All right, so this #1 featherweight contender is no stranger to this setting. Tonight, though, he believes he's just a much better version of himself and finally has the goods and the chops to actually be a world champion.
Sometimes you get there, John, and you're just not ready. It's not easy to become the best in the world. The first time this man got here, he was a great fighter. He was good, but he just wasn't ready to be the best in the world. He said that the moment he got back home, he went to work to improve. He feels like all the improvements were made. And tonight, he is the best featherweight the UFC has.
And it does seem as though we have taken two-way action on this fight, but a lot of people believe in the challenger. And I'm not just talking about his coaches. We'll see how it goes tonight. Nothing quite like this in professional sports. The magnitude of the UFC title fight, and tonight all eyes are on the undisputed UFC featherweight champion, looking to add another major scalp to a resume that is full of big names already.
Yeah, he's got a lot of big names on his resume already, but this guy doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. He seems so motivated to continue to build on his legacy. He's a great champion. He's a guy that lived for that championship belt and has all the skills to hold on to that title for a really long time.
When you look at this top 15 on paper, it is just a wealth of talent, and yet this is the guy they are all chasing, and he has no intention of relinquishing the throne tonight. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, now we bring you the tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. For the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, the California Kid, Urijah Faber. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Diego Lopes.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. The California Kid, Urijah Faber, ready to go here in round one. His last first-round stoppage win against Ivan Menjivar. That was back in UFC 157 in 2013. So much championship experience, but he does get off to a good start, and more often than not, we'll see if Faber can continue that trend as the early moments of this one play out. Early round one action here, and just like that, he gets him to the ground. Feels like a pretty significant moment here early, champ.
I mean, it's no secret what this guy wants to do. This guy wants to take you down and he wants to grind you out. He got the takedown early. Let's see how long he can control this position and what amount of damage can he inflict on his opponent. You see him put himself into the half guard. Like the control, yep.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Excellent ground and pound strikes here by Faber.
Side control is pretty safe there. Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position. There it is. Now he's going to mount. Oh, he's got to be careful there. Yep. Oh, big elbow.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Faber. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. 90 seconds to go now.
Oh, now he's attacking the arm triangle.
Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now.
The arm triangle's getting very close. What he's got to do now is get to the top of the top. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out. Just got to be careful here.
Trying to set up a submission now.
Jeez Louise, he's tough. Working hard to finish this rear naked choke. He's doing a really good job of trying to get that choke arm under the neck. Then he'll lock his hands to get that finish.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, working inside the closed guard now. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
Take a deep breath. Nice job out there. He's exhausted. Your ground control is unstoppable. Whatever you want to do down there, you can do.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Ready.
All right, round two. Countering with a jab here. Nice block by Faber. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, that couldn't have felt good as he lands the knee to the body. He's a tall fighter and he's going to have the size advantage against most opposition in this division. And just inches away from landing one. Double leg is good. Oh, good entry there to take the fight to the grappling realm. Now we'll see what he can do from here, champ.
This is exactly where he wants to be. Look for him to try to use ground and pound to open up submission opportunities.
Nice strike from bottom position. All right, side control now.
He pinned his arm. He's got him in a crucifix.
Good, solid strike on the ground. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
Beautiful ground and pound, and that would cut him. He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able, look at him, he's setting up a choke now. Look at that, he's setting it up. That Darce choke is tight. Darce choke locked in, it's only a matter of time, but he cannot rush. He's got to control his opponent so that he doesn't lose him in the scramble. Oh, he's getting submitted.
Oh, that was deep, but he got out.
That was beautiful submission defense by this guy.
And now he reverses position. Wow. Really using his physicality to his advantage now.
He lifted up the neck and snuck his arm underneath to try to get a choke.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
All right, feet on the hips here. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Well, he's more than content to work off of... Oh, might be trying to set up a leg submission here. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight.
Great submission defense on display.
What a fight so far. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool, and I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding. But if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, good work with the jab there.
Big double leg level change.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Faber getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes.
Beautiful transition.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Oh, looks like that submission's almost locked in.
Starting to get pretty deep here.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots. Under 3 minutes to go in our third round. Ooh, going for a leg lock. Heel hook looks tight.
That heel hook looks tight and painful. What he's got to do now, though, is keep that heel hooked inside the crevice of his arm if he wants to finish the fight.
Succumb to this submission there, but he escapes and gets back to his feet. Very nice.
Now he's going full mount.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward. Yeah.
All right, so the fighter's setting up another sub attempt here. Oh, he's got it locked in.
He's got that arm triangle deep.
Oh, arm triangle inching closer now. Working hard once again for that submission. It looks tight to me.
Oh, wow, oh!
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
20 seconds left. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
All right, take a seat, relaxa, respira. Olha, você está sendo muito agressivo na luta, tá? Eu tenho que você tem que focar.
All right, so for one fighter, the round mercifully comes to an end as we look back at some of the action. What a display of ground and pound.
It's his calling card. It's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a brutal ground and pound fighter, and he showed you just then why he's known as that in the MMA sphere. He's the guy that if he gets you down, he will dominate you with positioning and brutal, nasty ground and pound.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested. Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper.
You feel pretty good in round number 5.
Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions. Big ground and pound.
Closed guard here. He's very comfortable here working off of his back, DC.
Great job landing from the top position.
Pretty accurate there from bottom position. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
Volume strikes continue to rain down. His opponent pretty helpless there on the ground.
His opponent is helpless. He's been hurt, he's been battered, he's been beaten, and now the
Dark circle's in here.
All right, looks like that Darce's tight. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Making all these shots count. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
That's a heck of a strike to land from bottom position.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Great defense by the fighter.
Horn sounds for the end of round 4.
Excellent job that round. Your striking looks beautiful. We have to keep that up now. I want more combinations.
All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Oh, nice job to land the knee there by the taller fighter. And I think I just heard Daniel Cormier say, I wish I was a little bit taller. You're a baller though, DC. Effective jab there by Faber. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Faber's body really getting bruised up on that right side right now. Gotta figure out a way to lower the guard.
Awesome double change. Great timing.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
And now he's in side control.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Continues to apply pressure here in half guard.
This is a terrible position.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Faber's in half guard. Working out of the half guard here.
Full side control now. Getting them out here.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
Nice transition.
Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Ooh, heel hook attempt now, and it looks locked in.
It's tight.
Oh, beautiful job to escape.
Great job clearing the knee. Get this weight all the way across and defending that heel hook.
That was fun to watch. All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 49-45, and 49-46. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world,
All right, there's a little smile. Wasn't much for smiles during fight week. He can finally exhale right now because he is still the best in the world at 145 pounds.
He's all business in the league.